Hello. Let me know if you guys can hear me, because I'm not 100% sure I've got this all right. Hey Nathan, hey Angel, hey Sandy. Can y'all hear me? Ooh, the silence. You can hear? Okay, thank goodness. Alright, well, I'm back. Oh man, how are you guys doing? I hope you're all well. How was your vacation? Oh my god, guys, it was crazy. It was so crazy. Honestly, I really enjoyed this trip this time around. Hey, Chicarius. I've been good, thank you. Really enjoyable trip. I got to see a lot of my friends again, including some that I didn't get to see in August, which was nice and a nice surprise because, you know, out of sight, out of mind, I didn't think that I would even, I didn't even think about the fact that I could see the other people that I didn't get to see. One of my friends, he was in Europe when I was there in August, so I ran into him at a the leather ball that I went to. And then I saw another old friend that I hadn't spoken to in a few years, and and yes, Sandy, I seen that special friend. We hung out. It was fun. Made a new friend too, and he was really cool too. So it was a really, really, honestly, like, I think it was the trip that I really needed to take. And yeah, I'm just excited to eventually move there one day, even more so now. But I'm not as sad. I was really sad when I came home or came back here at the end of August after my trip. And I was just kind of in a bit of a, I don't even know, in my head a lot since I had been back. And then I took this trip more so on a whim. Because, I wanted to go, but I wasn't sure I wasn't going to go. Or I wasn't sure I was going to go until a couple weeks prior. But yeah, you saw your man's. Listen, guys, there is no label for us. He's very special and very awesome, and we had a blast. But whatever happens, happens. There's no label on us. But I adore him, and he's one of the coolest people ever. But yeah, y'all, like, the trip itself was crazy. Like, one of the festivals or one of the events that I went to, it's called the Black and Blue Festival. It went from 10 p.m. till 8 a.m., y'all. Oh my god. And I have been to that festival before, but remember, between the pandemic and the other life stuff, I hadn't been to that event in 4 years. So, like, oh. And, that was a Sunday night, and, I didn't sleep really at all on Monday, and then I had to catch a flight at, like, 5 in the morning on Tuesday. Like, I had to be at the airport by 4. So, it was rough. It was rough. But, I got home yesterday, my dog greeted me, if you guys seen that photo. Let me call your man. I have no life and no man of my own. Oh, let me call me your man. I have no life and no man of my own. I'm trying to live through your experiences. Call him. You can call him whatever you want, but he's, he's my man, but he's not my man, But if it makes you feel better, you can call him my man, and I'll make sure to tell him that you said that. Oh, it's so funny. Actually, yesterday, a friend of mine here in Edmonton just decided to add him to Facebook. And, like, gave him the 3rd degree and was like, you better take care of my homie, and like gun emojis. And I'm like, oh my god, stop. I know I have solid people looking out for me. What can I say? But they've got nothing to worry about. We're just going with the flow, and whatever happens, happens. And we are just two people that enjoy each other. But yeah, having said that, I had really special moments with a lot of my friends. Claim him, Dion. Enough. I'm not moving there for at least a year. I'm not holding anyone to anything. So, and I don't do long distance. Y'all know that. I've talked about this before. But yeah, enough, guys. But listen, I had like really special moments with a lot of my friends there, and it just made me so cherish the friendships that I have over there, and even made a new friend who I already cherished as well. He better take care of you. Listen, all my friends that are there take really good care of me anytime that I'm there. They make me feel like I'm never alone, you know, like I'm always talking to someone, I'm always with someone. Live your life. I'm living my life. Angel. Okay? I'm living it, and I'm enjoying it quite well. So it's been, you know, like I said, it was a really special trip this time around. I think it just really made me appreciate life that much more, and just, you know, you deserve the best, whatever makes you happy. You guys are so nice. Oh my god, I can't with y'all. No, I am very happy, and I'm so excited to move there, and whatever happens, all right? If it's him, then it's him. If it's not, it's okay, because I honestly think that regardless of, you know, what happens with us, if anything happens romantically in the future, or if it doesn't, I think we'll always, you know, be friends, at the very least. And you can never have too many friends, so I'm just saying, I'm not holding him to anything. He's not holding me to anything. We're going with the flow. All right, okay. But yeah, it was lovely. On the last night, actually, we had dinner together, and we went to the bar, and he was teasing me with my friends, even back in Edmonton, because he, like I said, he got to meet my friend Amber, so they were talking, and he's just pretending I'm all drunk and stuff, and I'm just, at that point, I'm tired. The last day was like the day of that, you know, the morning after the festival, or, you know, the morning, same day. I went to that party till 8 in the morning, and I didn't sleep, and I still went out that night to have dinner with him, and to, you know, have a good time, and y'all know, it's been good. But yeah, the last thing I'll say about this trip, because we should talk about GH for a bit. The last thing I'll say is that this trip in particular, just, I don't know, I have such a much more appreciation for life, and a very life is short, live while you can mentality, which I've always kind of had in me, but it just kind of solidified in one new friend that I met there this time around, that I just, you know, cherish what you got, man. Because some people really don't have it easy. And, you know, they fight hard anyway. Dying with the Flash and Cat, and why she's hot. What are you talking about? Love me, dazed and confused, but I do like the Flashy. We're just talking about my trip. I was in Montreal, Ruth, and yeah, I just got back yesterday, and yeah, we're just chatting about it. They're all trying to get me with a man that I've been, you know, kind of hanging with the last couple of trips there, so but yeah, yeah, I just, when I was on that trip, I just realized life is short, live while you can, and just cherish, like, what you have, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm gonna stop being sappy before I get, like, choked on camera. Just some really intense moments, y'all. Oh, I do have to say though before before we get into GH, I like one of the funnest moments I had. Thank you, Angel. One of the best moments I had. I ran into my friend Alan, who I think I've posted a picture with on like the YouTube community page at some point or another. It was his birthday weekend, and we had like this weird full circle moment with each other. Because I forgot it was his birthday until we just happened to run into each other at the bar, and then of course I spent it with him. But the song that played when we had first met played, and it was such a like, I don't know if like it affected him as much as it affected me, but it just like blew my mind that like the place where we were, you know, we meet there again by fluke, and that song is playing again. I don't know. Eat, pray, love moment. I guess, Angel. Yeah, sure. I mean, you know, I didn't meet a Levi Dunkelman like Maxie did, but you know, I just met someone who was really going through it in life, and you know, just seeing how strong he's been through it all. Just, and like, you know, I don't know how to say it. Just like, it just made me really want to be happy with what I got instead of like being sad about what I don't have in the moment. It's about going all in with like the friends that you have and the family you have and the good things that you have in life. And I have a lot of good things, even here in Edmonton, as much as I love Montreal, and I do plan on moving there next year. I'm not going to sit around for a year while I'm kind of waiting to get the ball rolling on that, by moping and being miserable that I'm not there, because I have a lot of good stuff here too. So, and I think that kind of got lost on me after August. So I just really appreciate meeting that person, and I'm grateful. I'm very grateful. Cherish every second you are only young for a few minutes. Enjoy life now before you know it, you're an old man. That's the thing. He is actually a little, you know, a little bit older. He's the friend that I met. He's 50, and yeah, but so youthful. Parties harder than I do, that's for sure. He was definitely outlasting me at that festival. But yeah. Anyway, y'all, while I was gone, Esme reappeared. So there's that. I think we might have seen her like the day before I left, I think. Maybe. Can't recall now. But yeah, Esme returned, and things have been crazy. I don't really know how to do this review because I won't lie to you. Usually I come here prepared with notes for like an after show, but some of my trip kind of spilled over here, and I was just, you know, being there for another friend of mine who was just going through some stuff. How Esme got pregnant so fast. I mean, her and Nick's hookup was a long time ago now, right? Like, she hooked up with him quite a few months back. They really rushed Esme's return. She could have returned for November sweeps. Yeah, but I think they wanted to get her in there because of this serial killer storyline. And you know what? Just in reference to that, as obvious as it seems that it could be Esme, I'm not 100% convinced anymore. And the only reason why I'm not is because the way that she kind of reacted to Oz didn't strike me as she did it. It struck me as she's glad it happened. Like, it didn't strike me that she did that. And it doesn't make sense that, like, whoever, if it's not Esme, who the hell else is it, you know? Unless coincidentally, everyone that's been going after people connected to Trina, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's been a couple of months since she has been gone. It only takes one time, guys. Yeah. Yeah, like it's been a long ass time since Esme and Nicholas hooked up. She would have got pregnant right then and there, right? So Angel, you think Esme killed Oz but not the others? Yeah, I'm not convinced. Have we even and I may have missed this because I was kind of in and out watching the GHs that I missed. I tried to watch even while I was in Montreal, but it's such a short trip and I didn't really have a whole lot of time, so I watched, I think, one episode while I was there, and then the rest I binged on Tuesday when I got home, and I was like in and out of sleep, y'all, because I didn't sleep at all. You just mentioned the bigger creep. Levi, Peter August need to have better taste in men, fashion editor, and guru, and can't pick good men, dangerous, Maxi Danger with a capital D. Matt, like, Maxi just needs to not date. That's how I feel about that. Who do people think? Wait, why do people think Holly is the hook killer? I don't think Holly's the hook killer. Is that what people are saying? Is that really? I haven't been on the message boards or anything either, guys. I'm kind of in the dark on people's opinions, but I don't think. Why would Holly kill people? First of all, Nicholas really made me so damn mad. Shaking my head. And also, like, clearly Diane recognized the person, but she couldn't place her. And I don't think Holly and Diane have ever met, as far as I know. I know they've been in town at the same time, but I don't think that they've interacted at all. Nicholas really made me so damn mad. I'm holding judgment because I think Nicholas was playing Esme just to lock her up and keep her at bay. And I think we'll figure out what he does next time. Probably tomorrow. Nicholas really made me so damn mad, but that's Nicholas and Ava's daughter for the way they treated Spencer. Their daughter? Huh? I feel like you meant to say another word there, but maybe karma? Is karma what you meant to say, Jacarius? If they make Holly the killer, I'm turning that shit off. Yeah, honestly, me too. But why do people think it's her? People on Facebook and Instagram think Holly is the killer. There's no way in hell. Why would she be? Like, I don't get it. I don't think it's her. I don't get why people think it's her. Ruth, we're just talking about this. I'm saying I'm not convinced she's the killer. Okay, that's what I thought, Jacarius. But yeah, I don't think, I'm not convinced she's the killer only because of how she reacted to Oz. And beyond that, I have nothing else to prove otherwise. I don't have any theories. I have no clue. If it's not Esme, I have no clue who else it could be. But I just feel like the writers are going to throw in a plot twist that it's not going to be her. Maybe it's Ryan in an Esme mask. Maybe Ron Carlivati's writing the show. Again, I doubt it. But yeah, I don't know. Alright, so yeah, like I said, guys, I don't really have my notes. Because I said, I was kind of dealing with something personal. But, if y'all want to give me topics, you all kind of guide me on this one. Give me something within the last week's episode up until today's that you want to talk about, and then we'll talk about it. Angel, you said Holly doesn't make any sense. People are saying she might be programmed to do it, but if she is, who programmed her to do this crap? Yeah, no kidding. Like, even if it was Peter and he's alive and he's been holding her hostage and stuff, like, Like, what motive would he have to make her kill people like, Brando, who I don't think Peter even ever met, or like, Ava, who he barely crossed paths with, or go after Jocelyn, who he barely crossed paths with, or Oz. So, like, it doesn't make any sense. Angel, you are correct. If Ron was still writing the show, it would be obvious that it was Esme, and he would change it to somebody stupid because, it would be a plot twist. But also, how we know Ron isn't writing the show is because we all pegged that Esme would come back pregnant, and that didn't change. So, we all knew that was coming. Did anyone else hear Griffin is coming back? Well, the actor did go to the show, but I don't know if it was for like, he's on one of those like Entertainment Tonight shows, so I don't know if it was because of that or because of maybe Griffin's coming back. He didn't really specify on his Instagram, but he did make a post showing that he was physically at GH. So who knows? Who knows? Guys, what do we think of this whole Lucy and Victor and Anna and Robert? I'm so glad that today, we'll discuss this more at the end of the week, but that Lucy was kind of, good in her work. She decided to listen, in on a phone conversation and gave Anna and Valentine some useful information. It's about to backfire on her anyway, but it still got them the information. Do you think anyone else will be targeted or killed on GH? If so, who? A source told me that Curtis may be targeted along with a couple others. Well, if we're still going with the trend that it's everyone connected to Trina, then for sure Curtis would be a target. Maybe even Curtis's father, and likely Trina herself, and who else? Who are we missing? I know there's someone else connected to Trina that we haven't really talked about yet. I mean, Rory. And I'm not so sure that Rory's on the up and up either. And who else? There's someone that I was thinking of. They were at the tip of my tongue, and then it's gone now. Jocelyn. I mean, they would need to attack Jocelyn again if she was the intended target. And I think that she was, because they were going after Joss until Brando appeared. Lucy's having fun playing with Victor, but does she realize she is playing with the devil? Clearly not. I think she's a bit too cocky with her sort of, her spy skills. Mac doesn't deserve Cody as a son, and Felicia doesn't deserve Esme as a daughter. I don't think that she is her daughter. I am not convinced that Felicia is in any way Esme's mom. I don't think so at all. Lucy was a little sloppy at the end. Yeah, putting that sort of lipstick on, but like also, was she not putting lipstick on after she was listening in on his phone call? So how was her lipstick there? Joss can't stay away from Dex. Poor Cam. Can you blame her though? Like, Dex is hot. Dex is a hottie, but yeah, Cam is definitely gonna be in the rearview mirror soon. Over flashy Dex and his washboard abs. She definitely likes some bad boys. Just like her mama. Rory and Trina are going out of town together. People were thinking Trina had reservations about going because of Spencer. I was thinking Trina is a virgin and it's too soon. See, I'm thinking that she's just got a good gut feeling that something bad is going to happen. And I think something bad is going to happen. I really do. If she goes with him, I think something terrible is going to happen on the trip. And it might have to do with Rory. Esme should be Nasty Nina's daughter. Oh my god, let's stop giving Nina kids, you guys. Willow. Willow, Nell, and Esme. She had triplets. Y'all. Okay, no. Clearly, Esme is much younger than Nell or Willow. But, like, we cannot have her have children, okay? Ruth, I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't know if you're using, speak to talk, but I honestly, most of what you're saying doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, who's Jennifer? Who's Miss Lou? Like, I'm really confused. She just met him. Why are they going on a trip? Yeah, see, something's fishy about that. It feels like he's trying to get her out of town for something. I don't know. Like, initially, when Rory and Esme interacted, I wasn't really fazed by it, but I don't know. There's just something suspicious about this. I feel like maybe Esme had a plan, and Rory was going to, put her in a position where it's just her versus Esme. Yeah, we know next to nothing about Rory, you guys, and he didn't open up to her about anything. Yeah, something is super off. Yeah, I don't see how people are thinking Esme is Felicia's daughter either, Jake. There's no sign whatsoever, and there is no way, Felicia had a kid with Ryan, and when they were both very much on screen the whole time. Like, even if also, like, it happened so long ago, like, Esme is so young, right? There is no way that, Esme, she's like just over 18, right? So this would have had to have happened in like 2000, 2001, 2002 when she was off running, playing like Super Fun Adventure Girl and meeting up with Frisco and, doing like those kind of things. There's no way. There's no time. Like, it doesn't add up. It didn't happen. I still don't understand how people are... Oh, yeah, sorry, I read that already. But yeah, there's no way. Like, Ryan was long thought to be dead at that point. We kind of knew what Felicia was up to and what year it would have been when, Esme was born. And the year leading up to it. We know what was going on. And I know if DG was here, he'd point out that Cody doesn't really add up either. But considering it was, like, off-screen stuff, like, there's that leeway with Cody anyway. I just hope, I'm sure they'll figure out a way if it comes to that, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. There has to be, I feel like, You know, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if whoever is doing the serial killings is probably Esme's mother, and Esme's mother is probably someone that we know, but we just don't know that they're around. You know? I mean, who knows? Maybe Ryan and Heather Weber showed up, and Heather Weber is Esme's mom. Who is Victor Jennifer Lewis funeral Miss Selena? See, I'm sorry, Ruth. I don't understand anything that you're saying there. Esme's nanny is the killer? Oh, maybe. See, that's a good theory. You know, we don't know where she is. And obviously this nanny is very important to the nanny. But we don't know who the nanny is. And Diane recognizes this woman. But I guess because we don't know too much about Diane, there's definitely an explanation to how she would know her. So the ADA is working for Victor. He could have hired her to hook people. I mean, maybe, but why would he be going after the people that, like, were involved with Trina in some way? Unless, because, like, clearly Victor doesn't know that Esme is around. Victor thinks that Esme is dead. That much we do know. But I just, you know, what does he stand to gain by, like, killing these people or going after these people? Ava kind of makes sense for what he wanted, but, like, Jocelyn or Brando or Diane or you know, Oz, like, there's no reason. The ADA is working for Victor. Man. What's her name? Elaine, right? I'm glad Anna and Valentine and soon Robert will be aware. Because whether, you know, obviously Victor knows that Lucy overheard the conversation. The only thing is, Sandy, she lost Trina's case. If it was Esme, I'm sure Diane would have recognized her very well. And she lost Trina's case. Wait, who lost Trina's case? No one lost it though, because Diane won Trina's case. Maybe Diane remembers someone similar off screen that looks like Esme's nanny, or maybe, you know, Esme's nanny is connected to Diane in some way, and that's just something that we haven't explored yet. Yeah, I like I said, guys, I'm not convinced that Esme is the killer, and there's gonna be some kind of plot twist. And honestly, Angel, mentioning the nanny again, you might be right. Or, guys, what if Esme's nanny is actually Esme's mom? And, you know, Ryan just had her be there and impersonating her, you know, the nanny to keep an eye out on her. And obviously the nanny, for some reason, knew that Ryan was her father. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much to unpack in that story. Oh, the prosecutor for Trina's case. Y'all think she might be killing? Oh, I don't think so. I don't know. Yeah, honestly, it makes sense that the nanny is Esme's mom. Because why would the nanny know that Ryan is her father but wouldn't know who her mother is? Have we ever seen the nanny? We haven't seen the nanny as far as we know. She has not physically been seen on screen, unless she is someone that we knew in the past. And yeah. But yeah, that's it's a good point. Like, why does this random nanny know who her father is but doesn't know who her mother is? It doesn't make any sense. Unless she's the actual mom. And we're kind of seeing that story play out with, Cody in the sense that, like, a nanny told him that, oh my god, Dominique was his mother. Or no, it wasn't a nanny, it was who he thought was his mother, right? The woman he thought was his mother told him the truth that Dominique was his mother. I'm getting all jumbled up, y'all. This is making my brain hurt. We're just theorizing ourselves into oblivion. We're going down a rabbit hole that, like, none of us know where it's gonna go. All we can really hope at this point is that they let us in on something soon, because if they keep dragging this out, y'all, I don't know. Yeah, the nanny does make so much sense now. See, this is why a live chat is good. We can all theorize together. It's much more interactive than like a message board, because we're seeing this in real time. We're chit-chatting with each other. Collectively, we might be able to all figure it out together at some point. I don't think tonight is that night, but the killer stuff is the only interesting thing on the show. Yeah, because what we got Michael still trying to go after his dad. Which I should say, kudos to Maurice Benard. He knocked those scenes of like trying to say that he wants to bury the hatchet with Michael out of the park. He had me choking up when he was talking about, when he mentioned Mike dying. Maurice really knows how to tug on them heartstrings, you guys. But yeah, clearly Michael doesn't give a shit, and he's still all in with trying to take Sonny down, so we'll see. And there's Carly, up in Jacksonville trying to get justice for her mom. I don't know if she will, but she's certainly gonna try. The one thing about Carly that I do like is that she knows how to use her past and her experiences to her advantage, and I think that she'll probably win and get justice for her mom, and they'll keep the grave there. And as long as as long as there's media kind of circulating about this situation, she'll probably get justice for her mom, her adoptive mom. I don't care about Michael's latest teenage angst. Willow is on some I'm going to die with my baby, screw Nina. Carly saved the graveyard, but bring Victor down, storyline is boring. I just think there's definitely more to it. The Victor stuff that I'm intrigued about. Like, obviously, we need to figure. What I think is going to happen with the Victor situation is he's probably the one that was holding Holly hostage. You know what I mean? Since Victor and Peter had ties, and it was at a Cassadine estate, he's probably neck deep in Holly's disappearance or kidnapping. And it probably has something to do with Luke as well. And obviously there's strong ties between Holly and Luke and Holly and Robert and all the people involved trying to investigate Luke's death. So Holly's return will for sure tie within that storyline in some way. All I know is that I'm stoked to see Holly and Robert interact again because we got deprived of that due to long COVID. My God. Michael and Sonny may have been able to try and reconcile, but nosy Nina had to interrupt. Yeah, they were so close. And then he saw Nina and it was all over. Yeah, Nina just walked in and Michael was just reminded as to why he hates Sonny right now. Trying to think what else, but yeah, I think those were really the only focuses of storylines on the show this week. Can't wait to see Robert and Holly together again. I feel like we had really good timing with how that story wrapped up that we were reacting to, because she's supposed to appear like sometime next week, right? So we did good. Who would you like to see return for GH's 60th anniversary, Jacarius? So, I don't know. We got a lot of really good characters on as it is that are from GH's glory days, which, you know, we do have to somewhat thank Ron for, as much as I hate it. He brought a lot of people back for the 50th, and a lot of them stuck around. You know, we got Robert and Anna. We got Holly on the way back. We got Laura. We got Lucy. We got Kevin and Ryan. We got Mac. You know, we got a lot of like people from like the 80s and 90s on the show right now, and there's not much people that I'm like, oh, you know who I'd really like to see back. I'd like to see Tracy. I think she's always open to return, and I think that we will see her. I'm hoping to God that at some point GH, you know, opens their arm up and asks Rena Sofer to come back. I'd love to see Lois back. I feel like the writers wanted Michael to go this hard on Sonny during the death of AJ. I had to stop it for it. I don't know why they would have stopped it. It made no sense to me. I think everyone was starting to enjoy Michael again, like during that time. That was the only time I could tolerate Chad's Michael, actually. Tracy and Luke. Yeah. I just don't know if Tony would come back for like, just like an anniversary thing, but time will tell. Oh, what's going on with Leslie Charleston? I wish I knew. There's clearly something going on. I don't think that the writers would keep Monica away personally, because I find that they utilized her as much as they possibly could over the last few years. And, you know, part of that is old age. I'm sure she doesn't want to be on all the time, but the fact that she hasn't been on at all, something is wrong somewhere. And I am worried for her and her well-being. Like, I don't think she's missing or anything. I just think that there's probably something health-related that we're not privy to that's happening. Oh, you wish we could have Steve Burton back, Angel? Yeah, but... Sorry, I'm really thirsty. Sadly, that's out of even the writer's hands, you know? That is solely on the hands of Disney and ABC. Mostly Disney. I know Jason isn't your favorite, but if it wasn't for Jason, I wouldn't have gotten involved in the show. Listen, I liked Jason with Sam, and I liked Jason with Britt. I just didn't like Jason when he was around everyone's storylines. Everybody, you know what I mean? Like, Jason is whatever to me, like, as a character now, because I think, much thanks to, like, Ron and all the other writers, the writing became a lot more balanced and a lot less Jason-focused, and it made me grow softer to Jason. And as long as they keep him out of every storyline in existence, then I have no issue with Jason being on the show at all. Leslie is in her 70s and has limited mobility. Did Leslie get another plastic surgery recovery? I don't know. I'm hoping that by now she knows that it's not, it didn't do her any favors in the past. Yeah, the truth is, you guys, we don't really know what's going on with Leslie. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Okay. But yeah, you got a flu shot and a booster for COVID. The booster for COVID was optional, and I volunteered at a hospital. Let Jason's back. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's not up to anyone but Disney at this point, and it's if they don't want to change the rule, then they don't want to change the rule. I feel like they will at some point, but I feel like at the very least, they're probably gonna wait till the end of this year to see what's going on in that front, because fall is kind of the time where things get a little dicey when it comes to flu season, and COVID rose up a lot in the fall of last year, so I think they're just being cautious, and once this year is over, then they'll probably reassess. But again, until then, there's not much that the writers can do about it. They can't really plan for a potential Jason return in the future, because I'm sure they're not even privy to what Disney's plan with that is, and they won't be until Disney decides to say, hey, we're gonna drop this. Sorry guys, I'm just looking at something here. Ooh, 1 second, y'all. Personal thing. Sorry about that, y'all. Alright, what are y'all saying? I gotta catch up here. Well, hello, DG. Yeah, Ingo's never gonna work in television again. And yeah, Steve Burton, I think Steve Burton is mature enough to understand that it's the company's prerogative and they can do what they see fit. And he chose to not get the COVID shot, and that's his prerogative. But it's his company's prerogative to not allow people to work during a pandemic without getting the shot. So it is what it is. And I think Steve is mature enough to register that in his brain, because he's a smart man and he's not going to bitch about it like a whiny brat like Ingo. And, there's no hard feelings on this part, clearly. We're not allowed to disclose health information. Yes, but there also hasn't been a pandemic in the last 100 years before this, though. That's what you kind of forget, DG. It's not like some ordinary situation with a flu that was going on. It was like a pretty big world crisis. So, was it handled the best way? Not necessarily, but it's new territory for most of the people that are alive in this current day of age. You say it's bullshit, but it's just facts, man. It's just facts. And a company can run a company how they see fit, regardless. What Trudeau did to your country was also BS. Well, doesn't matter. It's kind of your opinion, man. We'll agree to disagree because this isn't a political live stream. It's just a live stream about GH. So let's cut the conversation or I can remove you from it. Anyway, so as we were saying, whatever Disney decides to do, Steve will probably come back just because it's, there's no hard feelings. Yes, thank you, Sandy. Enough is enough. This is about GH. We were talking about Ingo and Steve and their current situation. Anything else is kind of out of the, the thing. Exactly. Thank you, Nathan. Honestly, we need a certain amount of people to get vaccinated or we will be back to square one with the pandemic. Yeah, let's drop the subject, guys, though, because this is about GH, okay? We're not here to get into politics because, I'm sure like most of you agree with, regardless of what you think, GH is a way to escape. This is why I don't typically talk about, the actors' lives outside of the show. Obviously, Steve and Ingo and Jackson Jason and the 60th anniversary, it's going to come up from time to time. However, I think we just need to, when it does come up like that, I think it's just a matter of, let's just kind of see it for what it is. Disney made a decision. As a company, it is their prerogative. A choice was made, and, it happened, and it is what it is. I truly think, again, it is certainly Steve and Ingo's prerogative to not get something they don't have to get done, but I think it's the company. If the company wants something to be done, it's their decision, and that's been the way it is for most companies since the beginning of time. They can run their business how they see fit. But anyway, back to GH. How am I feeling about the Carly storyline? I just think Carly, I think most of us that tune into these live streams, we don't get carried away. This is a fun channel. Thank you. Like I said, I think collectively all of us, or most of us at least, we're kind of sick at how much screen time Carly has gotten and how she was so involved in so many stories. And this is the first time she's kind of just out there on her own. And so that's why I really don't mind it. But yeah, with that said, I don't hate the story. I don't love the story. But I do appreciate that they're doing something new with Carly and that she's kind of in her own thing. And yeah, Drew's a part of it right now too, but exactly. Why Drew gotta tag along in Carly's story? She needs her own eat, pray, love moment too. I mean, maybe she's gonna have it with Drew. Who knows? We know that they shot on a beach somewhere, and we know that Cameron Matheson is involved in some way, and likely, since it's autumn and there's a beach involved, it's probably Drew and Carly in Jacksonville. Why Drew got I'm kind of invested in Carly's storyline. Yeah, like, I get it. Like, I like that they're diving into... Oh, that reminds me of something I wanted to run by you guys. And maybe we touched base on this last Wednesday, I don't know. But have the writers forgotten that Reese was alive? Because it feels like the writers forgot that Reese was alive. Like, after she died in high school. Am I crazy? Does it not seem like that? Does it seem like they forgot Reese Marshall came back? Because I'm so confused as to how heartbroken Carly was over the situation when Carly knew she came back, and, you know, Carly didn't, as far as I remember, because Laura writes Carly came in at the same time that Reese Marshall died. So Laura writes Carly and Reese Marshall never crossed paths. Reese is still alive. I don't think Reese is alive. I just know that she didn't die in high school. Like, we seen Reese on the damn show, okay? Like, she's on for at least a year. At least a year, from what I understand. Because even though I wasn't fully watching GH when she was on, I do remember her being a part of when Michael was kidnapped by AJ and Faith, and how Reese helped Sonny and Jason track down Michael and the kids when they were kidnapped. So it's a rewrite. It's a horrible rewrite. I know, like, 2005 is kind of a long time ago in, like, the scheme of things, but, like, it's not that long ago that it can be forgiven, you know? It's still, like, in the 2000s, you know? It was 2005. It's, like, less than 20 years ago. Yeah, Reese was involved in the Missing Michael storyline. And I think... I can't recall, like, I feel, Tamara Braun was still Carly when Reese came on too, right? Because I know there was Jennifer Bransford, or whatever her name was, shortly after, but, like, I specifically remember Tamara Braun's Carly being the one that saw Michael's picture of him dead, right? Excuse me, Reese died in the train wreck. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, Laura writes Carly came on as Reese died. So Laura writes Carly and Reese never interacted. Just trying to get y'all's attention. Yeah, no, I get you, Angel. I get you. I just think, you know, it's so silly. Because, like, I mean, the fact that that the writers have clearly dove into Carly's history enough to kind of address what happened when she was a childhood with Reese Marshall and how Carly got her name and, you know, all that stuff. Like, I just... How did they miss the fact that she came back? You know, if they managed to find all that information about Reese Marshall, then they probably, you know, would have Googled Reese Marshall and saw that she was on the show again. Y'all, has anyone tweeted this to the writers that Reese was alive? Like I said, I'm not on Twitter, but surely someone in the GH Twitterverse has like thrown them a message and been like, "Hey, Reese didn't die when she was in high school." The writers are changing characters like Drew, who had Edge. Now we get Ryan Lavery. Yeah, I don't know too much about Ryan Lavery other than he was somehow related to Duke on GH, right? Like there was that connection there that they established on All My Children, right? It's crazy how they swept Reese being alive under the rug. How do you get away with that? Yeah, no kidding. Just a coma during the teen years. But didn't she say that they took her off life support or something like that? I could be just imagining that, guys. I'm a little bit. But then why is she like mourning her? You know what I mean? It just feels like she's devastated by what happened to Reese. But it's just, if that's all it was. Oh, and even but like even her mom, like Reese's mom, is acting like she died back then. Unless Reese's mom wasn't aware that Reese came back from the dead and went to Port Charles. But surely that would have come up with Carly and her mom at some point, right? It's hard to erase Reese backing it up on Sonny and Rick. Yep. Drew needs a storyline other than just following Carly around. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I knew, like, okay, when I first heard that Ryan was coming back as Drew, I didn't buy it. Just because, like, it felt like the writers really didn't want Drew in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, Drew was ushered out the second Jason returned. And the writing was on the wall as soon as Steve Burton came back then. And, Reese is dead now. Yeah, Reese is dead now, but, like, why wouldn't she have brought it up? Because I feel like, obviously Carly and Reese didn't become friends, but they definitely dealt with the past when Reese was back. They addressed everything. Drew is useless. Drew is useless. And that's the thing, like, there was so much they could have done with Drew back when Billy was in the role, and they just chose not to address anything. Like, Drew had so much storyline to like opportunities, including figuring out who he was before he got kidnapped, you know, and trying to get his memory back. And what did he do? They sent him off to run an errand for Franco, I think. Or no, they sent him off. Yeah, right? It had something to do with Franco. And then it was like they mind mapped Franco into thinking he was Drew and just continued the story from there. Drew should have stayed dead. They looked like Drew had his own character and knew himself this time around. I was hoping yeah, like, that's the thing. And it's not quite clear to me what if Drew has his full memories back. I know that he clearly knows what he has done. He knows about some of the history of Drew. But, like, beyond that, like, you know, he doesn't talk about anything beyond, like, I was a Marine. Following Carly around like a puppy. Mm-hmm. Like, who's running Aurora right now? Who's doing that? Michael? Roger would be a better Drew. Cameron is too sweet and nice. Listen, we saw Roger as Drew, and no, he was not. Yo, the accent he gave Drew. That, like, honestly, like, that was the moment where I was, for Roger, where I was like, and this is the guy that they say is an amazing actor, and I was just like, no. Giving him this southern accent, thinking, you know, like, it was so dumb. Cameron is too sweet and nice. I mean, like I said, I don't know too much about the characters Cameron Mathison has played. I think I've seen him in a couple of like Lifetime movies, or like, you know, those like cheesy holiday movies. Just because my mom watches those every Christmas. But was Ryan ever like twisted and not like he clearly wasn't like a bad character. But would you say that Ryan Lavery was more badass than Drew? And this is just from a character stance, not really performance-wise, but which character was more like bad boy, Drew or Ryan? He had to skip many episodes when Franco was Drew. The whole thing was ridiculous. Yes, let's not forget that Tamara Braun, or Kim, was like fawning over fake Franco, or fake Frank and Drew. That's what we were calling him, I think, back then. I'm just saying, Drew is not working. He's like an old purse just there. Yeah. Yeah, there's no purpose to the character. That's the sad part. Like, I mean, I think, I don't know. I think that they had to bring him back at some point because his death was so like suspicious in the first place. But, you know, I don't see it being like a good enough reason to bring him back full time. Because all they've had him do was sort of try to get revenge on the people that did that to him or take them down. And he failed. But yeah, he is pretty useless. Which is a shame, because they're probably paying up the ass for Cameron Mathison, you know what I mean? He's got a pretty decent career in his own right. Keep hearing his E-News voice to see him acting. See, I don't watch those shows. I'm aware that he was a host on there. You said, I'm glad Emily Scout has a father, but yeah. But they've barely, like, posted much about, sorry guys. The reason why I'm, like, so distracted right now is, like, I'm trying to look into, like, creepy GH content while I'm talking to you guys. And I somehow stumbled upon, like, the real life hospital that they occasionally use for outdoor shots of GH. And there's just like a video of that hospital. It says creepy abandoned hospital with power. And it's clearly like GH's hospital. I'm almost intrigued to watch that, y'all. But yeah. Dude, the things that I'm seeing that aren't even like GH related that I might be looking into later. Because of course, like random hospitals are like popping up, and I swear to God, the hospital I was born in Montreal is on that list, and I'm like, what? In Montreal. Thought Drew was gonna be angst for Sam and Dante. Well, it seemed like they were gonna try to go that way because they clearly were playing. At the start, Kelly Monaco still not being over Drew, or Sam not being over Drew, or like kind of having romantic feelings for him. It's just weird because like she didn't love Drew. She loved the man who she thought was Jason. Alright, good night, Jacarius. All right. Yeah, y'all. Before we end, because I think we've kind of touched base on everything that we want to touch on. If you guys have suggestions on like past GH clips that you'd like to see again, that obviously again they have to be like before 2010. All right, it's got to be like 2009 below, so that we don't get like flagged. Let me know. Sam keeps looking at Drew like, what if? Yeah, it don't make any sense. That said, if Billy Miller was playing Jason still, playing Drew still, she'd be all in with those feelings and probably want to go through that. Oh yes, Caleb and Livy. Yeah, we won't do that. And I'm going to try to find, like, I think... Because obviously we got a couple weeks left of October. Yeah, we got the 19th and the 26th for Reaction Wednesdays. And I don't really want to react the Wednesday after Halloween. And I know I'll be working on Halloween Day, so I can't, like, randomly live stream on that. Anything you pick is fine with... Okay. But yeah, Angel, for sure, we're going to do Caleb and Livy. And, like, obviously, we can only really watch, like, clips. We can't really follow a Caleb and Livy storyline because there's just not enough time for that. I'm typing Caleb and Livy and I'm seeing like the storyline from the 50th anniversary year. Yeah, I feel like in our little group chat here, I think you, Angel, and Jacarius probably know a lot about Caleb and Livy more so than the rest of us. So make sure, I'll do a poll like sometime this week. Or no, I'll just make some kind of post, not a poll. And maybe I'll just ask you guys to put in the comments what Caleb and Livy scenes you guys want me to see. Just because I'm sure there's a lot. And if you can give me the titles of the videos that are on YouTube of it, then for sure, like, I'm down to watch those clips on a live stream. Nick is a pirate. Did we do that last year? I don't know. I feel like we did, but there's no reason why we can't do it again this year. You can totally binge the whole Caleb and Livy saga on YouTube. I know we can, but it would just take more than like October, and by November I'll want to start looking into doing Christmas stuff. And I'm assuming there's not enough time on like an hour and a half live stream to get through their entire story, right? especially when I live stream so late at night for y'all. Nathan, you know about some Caleb and Livy too. Good. So all three of y'all, you, Nathan, Angel, and Jacarius, y'all can tell me some like highlight clips that are must see in terms of Caleb and Livy. When Caleb turned, see, that's perfect. When Caleb turned Livy into a vampire, if you can like find that clip and tell me the title so that I can find it and like add it to my playlist, then for sure we will watch it, because that is Halloween as hell. Someone turning into a vampire. Even looking at pictures of Caleb, like Michael Easton looked so badass, and even John McBain looked like pretty like badass. And then there's Finn, who just kind of seems like, you know, boring old man vibes. But the wig that they gave Michael Easton in like the 50th anniversary year was awful. Alright, y'all. But yeah, I think it is a little bit late. I know I said that we might react to stuff this day too, but truthfully, it is kind of the end of the night, and I am a little bit tired myself. We'll save the reactions for next Wednesday. But yeah, let's do the Caleb and Livy thing, guys. I'm down. Michael Easton was so hot back in the day, it was ridiculous. Yeah, he looked like a total bad boy. I don't know if he can play that off now. But that also says a lot about Michael Easton's sort of range in acting, though. Because clearly Caleb is nothing like Finn. But, like, you look at, like, Roger Howarth playing Todd, Franco, and Austin, and there's not much difference apart from, like, humor kind of deflated within each character. Alright, y'all. Sorry. I'm still scrolling through stuff here. But yeah. Thanks for tuning into the live stream. Yeah, there was a hiccup with, you know, the political stuff. It is what it is. It's bound to happen at one point. But I really enjoyed talking with y'all. All the writing is same for Todd, New Franco, and Austin. They're all supposed to be Todd. Stop trying to make Todd happen. He can never happen. Although, you know, technically he could. The lawsuit is over. But I'd rather not. Been there, done that. We don't need to start ushering in the One Life characters back into the show. Bad writer is not necessarily Roger's fault to me. Yeah, but the one time he played someone totally different was Frank and Drew, and like I doubt anyone told him, hey, you know what? You should don a Southern cowboy accent for, you know, Drew. Good night, all. Good night, Sandy. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and also thanks again, y'all being nice as hell, talking to me about what you just want me to be happy and shit. You'd rather have One Life to Live back on Hulu, Nathan? Makes sense. I mean, who knows? Like, the streaming services could bring new life back to some of the soaps that have been dead in the water, right? So, some of y'all were watching Days, right? How's that going? Is the show any different now that it's on a streaming service? Let me know. All right, but yeah, I'll end it here, guys. I keep on getting distracted, and like I still want to talk to y'all, but I should end it here for my own sake and y'all's, so y'all can go to sleep. But yeah, if you know anything you guys want to bring up, in like even after the chat is over, you can comment on the videos afterwards. You guys can leave comments on the YouTube videos, in the comment section. Angel, you can bring up the titles of the Caleb and Libby stuff if you can find them. Same with you, Nathan, if you have any suggestions. Good night, Jake. And then yeah, later on this week I'll do an actual like community post where you guys can give me or shoot me ideas for spooky stuff to react over the next couple of weeks. See you Sunday. See you Sunday, Nathan. You have a good one as well. Alright, but yeah, I'll end it here, guys. If you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to. I'd really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys this Sunday for a much better recap than the one I tried to do today. But I'm sorry, y'all. Again, that was just, me dealing with some personal stuff with some friends back home. Alright. Peace out, guys.